everybody, this is Caitlin here, and welcome to a brand new podcast for this channel. We are calling this the QuickCast, and we are joined by a plethora of people who, frankly, talk too much for their own good, but hang out with them anyway, so we'll just go around and introduce each other then. First up, we have Jason.
Hello.
Next up, we have Josh.
Hey guys.
We've got Liam.
Hello.
And finally, we've got Chris.
Hi.
Who very much nearly didn't make it into this podcast, but we're not going to talk about that because I'm going to be a very civil host and kind
Do you
benevolent
want to
host.
talk about it? It seems like you want to talk about it.
No, we're not going to
I feel
discuss filthy
like
gliders.
you're just hitting Glyber.
No, we're actually going to try and keep this topical and kick it off with, basically, the introduction here is that these guys, I'm going to be travelling down with them to Manchester GP, and we all thought it would be a nice, fun idea if we did, like, maybe an occasional podcast now and again, getting our thoughts about this card game that we, for some reason, we all play together and whatnot, and somehow we haven't killed each other over it. But kicking it off, guys, we have got our March promos in store, thankfully confirmed by the keeper of the cards, or keeping them away from us, Josh. Confirmed we've now got our Celestial Wing Seraphs and our Buns and our Vlads. So how are you guys thinking about those promos for March?
Cross buttons.
Hot cross buns.
I like the Seraph. Nice art. What else is there to say, really? It's somewhat relevant.
Best art, 10 out of 10, obviously.
I like the rabbits just because they look really creepy.
What? They don't look creepy.
Wait, what?
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. They're cute.
So creepy.
That's strange opinion. I don't know if I can go behind that, really. Don't know if I can back that.
Wait, me or Caitlin? Because have you seen the eyes of those rabbits?
No, I've not. Now you're making me have to look it up.
Good job, Jason. Didn't
whatever.
even look up what the promo looks like, even though we posted it ages ago.
I think they're fine. But I don't know. I just don't really care.
Yeah, so to be honest.
Doesn't care for rabbits. Liam, do you like the promos?
Yes, I think they're going to be very good. I actually want one of the rabbit ones.
Oh, so you particularly want the rabbit?
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess it's not for. I'm gonna guess you're not gonna do a Ewan and make a bunny deck, but I'm gonna guess it's for some sort of water shenanigans.
No, I just want a rabbit.
You just want rabbit.
I have no plan for it. I just want a rabbit.
Well, we all want rabbits at the end of the day, except for Chris, who thinks they're creepy.
Yeah.
That's for some reason.
So, what do you think, if we're going to like take a stab in the dark then, what do you think will be the April promo then? Because that's technically more Easter time, if we can count it as Easter time. So what do you think, if you could pick a Resonator or card or whatever to be a promo, what one would you like to see? It'll probably be something like, I'm guessing something from Seven Kings or something from Lapis Cluster or whatever.
What's the Morgiana one? Is that March? I'm not sure. Like I saw Morgiana one.
That one's going to be a promo for it's the Ruler League or something like that, or the Wanderer League. So
Yeah, it's the Wonder League.
right,
But we'll
that's
still get them though. The Vlad's promo was the Wonder League.
Right.
As well.
Okay. That makes sense.
So
Easter Glyber.
yeah,
before
I
they
hate,
had the Gwyber.
I hate to spoil it, Caitlin, but Lightning Strike and Charlotte's Bear Magic are the ones for April. We already know.
Wait,
Force Will was ahead of us.
wait, I thought they were just going to be like tournament promos. Are they actually for April?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. They release tournament promos every month. Like it's all the same thing.
No, but I was thinking it was going to be for like the actual US GPs, not for just basic tournaments. So those are the actual
No.
promos.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm completely turned off.
I know, like a good promo, like even with like a weird face on it.
Yeah.
But
No,
did
no
you
offense
see those
to
faces?
our beloved Force of Will champions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I actually don't know who they are. I don't really keep up with this game
It's
enough.
Aaron Miles and Quinn Koteki. I probably pronounced that horribly wrong.
Is the Bear Magic one the guy who drew the Bear Magic from his Magic Stone deck?
Oh my god, I wish. But I don't think it is.
I thought that was the joke.
No,
I honestly thought it was the joke.
I'm actually
It's
not
a
too
joke
sure.
they drew it from his
Don't
deck.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry.
Oh dear, because I was like, when I looked at them, I was thinking, I wonder if they get to pick which cards they get the promo for, or whether like Force Will or the artist just get to pick. Oh, this is going to be the card that's going to be the promo for.
Should there be a card that they're associated with, like a card that they played?
Yeah, it might be. Like I haven't kept up with the tournaments, like the actual standings and stuff too much. I'm literally reading the Facebook post now.
Well, I guess it means more lightning strikes for us then, at the very least, because we all need more lightning strikes in our life.
Well, I've got them, I'm good, but I mean, it's a hard. The thing is, like, it's a hard promo to get, so it's good that they're reprinting it. That's my stance on it.
Yeah.
All the reprints, very very nice. So already, I'm guessing I know what Chris's new favorite card from the Return of Dragon Emperor spoilers because he just posted what it is, and it's the creepy ass mouse that I
I
hate.
just seen the picture.
I
I
hate
was like, yes,
that
give
card.
me more. I don't even know.
It's terrible.
It's terrible. That's all you need to know.
+7, -7 till end of turn. That's what I like to see.
Yeah,
Makes
but with
sense,
the addition that
useless.
comes with it, it's going to be null and void. Because if you have that addition, then you're just going to kill it.
They give their
Or talk about Dragon Emperor now.
Yeah, we're moved on from the promo talk.
The addition with the mouse is amazing. Combo at the joint.
See, you're not running the addition and the mouse in the same deck. Mostly because
Oh,
you're
yes,
not running the mouse in a deck.
Sam.
Just so he can kill it. That's just what he wants because he's sick that way.
That's amazing. Oh, that's amazing. Best combo.
Best combo. Anyone else have any particular favourites from from the spoilers we have so far from Return of the Dragon Emperor?
I actually really like the Alice's World of Madness.
Oh, you like it?
It's pretty good.
I'd rather-
It's a control. It's a control card, and you all know my feelings on control.
Oh yes,
Oh,
we'll get
okay.
into that later on. But I mean, I don't really like it because it's all resonators. I think I would have liked it more if it was just opponents, because I feel like why would you want to play a card that can really hurt you as well?
Well, then you build around that. Like,
See, my favourite thing is
you build around that.
The effect, Caitlin, the effect you're talking about already exists, but it's Dark Alice's God Art. Like that's such a powerful
Like,
effect. It's limited to a God Art.
It'd be really unfair if it was one-sided. That's the thing. So, like, I think it's fine that it affects
Yeah,
everything.
Like ideally, you're not playing a ton to the board.
I suppose.
it makes the blue card really good. Kills one if his thingy's different. If it's
No, it doesn't.
attack and defense are
No, it
different.
doesn't because it reduces it by 2. They're still.
Oof, you guys lagged out quite badly there, so I don't know if you guys can still.
I've
hear
actually
me.
picked her. I
Yeah.
can still hear you. Yeah,
Alright.
it went quite a bit there, but.
Yeah, you all cut out there, so I didn't hear what it was that you said last. Any other cards then from RD then that we're feeling quite strongly about?
Do the black white stuff.
It's really cool.
Can I
just go
say-
by the art on that though? Yeah,
Right.
it's adorable.
Oh, sorry. I just say, like, one of the things I'm quite looking forward to next set is I think heal's really interesting. Just as a concept, like not necessarily the cards attached to.
What card, sorry?
Just
What
heal.
effect?
The fact you can like heal astrals now. I think that's like
Oh, the Dragonoid one.
a cool idea. Like that is in the game now. You have a way of like getting back dead rulers, basically.
It just didn't matter. Yeah.
No, it's better than perishable because like
That's not stuff.
because like if you can't chain like the Leviathan banish effect to give your ruler imperishable, then like I don't know. I just think it's better. Like it gives you another option.
I feel like it makes
It's like I think it's useful in different scenarios.
I feel like it
Basically,
makes Moonbeam a little bit worse though.
it makes the Moonbeam a bit worse, and it also makes Death Scythe a bit worse. I think those two things are like quite relevant.
They're super relevant.
Plus,
Yeah, that's-
you
Especially
don't have
Death
to like
Scythe,
splash
especially-
screen for Windscled Refuge like all the time with that as well.
Yeah.
But
The
you
best thing,
probably still would.
in my opinion, about her is that she doesn't even need to just be used to heal. Like her ability to bring back a 2-drop as well is super relevant. Like you could be playing on tempo, and then in the late game, if you draw her, she can either heal or continue to get you more value out of your graveyard.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And she gets back as well, which is also beneficial.
Yeah. At the moment, I think she's a card to watch out for. I think she's going to be
Doesn't
really
bring back
strong.
Light Work. What's the point?
Honest to God. We've got enough dragons. We don't need any more.
That's
We'll probably see more.
because Wyvern is lame, Chris.
Wow.
You need to be looking towards the true, what I think is a totally underappreciated card, which is Undine, the Water Spirit.
I quite like her. She's actually
She's
quite nice.
so strong. As a huge advocate for Val 1.0, she's super strong.
Looking at
Yeah, I also don't know what you're talking about.
It's basically one of the new spirits.
Is it
so
from?
she's
Was it from Return? Sorry.
yeah, it's from Return.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, she's a 2-drop. She's one in a water. When 4/4, when she enters the battlefield, you return a target resonator to your opponent's control. Cost less than the number of water magic stones you control.
Oh yeah, that's pretty
So
good.
by playing mono blue Val, I can play this either on to bounce your 2-drop, or late game I'm bouncing your 6-drop. Like no problem. I'll bounce your Guivers because it's no skin off my back to bounce your Guivers for 2.
yeah, I'd touch my Guivers.
Chris is getting triggered over there.
But yeah, I'm just really excited for the I've loved Priscia. Like she's a great character. I like playing aggro. I'm not sitting here with a great idea for her yet though. But what I am loving and I have instant fits for are a lot of the blue cards. So I love Millennial Bond, despite the horrifying art of these dying. But that's just a genuinely great card.
Yeah.
And
I like
then
Priscia is she makes green red aggro really really good.
yeah. Then play a redstone to give it haste or swiftness.
Yeah.
Like it's really to me. I think you might actually be running ramp in this deck. Like if that sounds really weird with it being a rush deck, but I definitely think you want to be that one turn ahead.
Yeah.
I really like this Fist guy. He's going to be trash. He's going to be utter terrible, but I feel like he's good at turn 2. That's like
He's what?
7-1.
A 7/1? Yeah, he's just no.
But turn 2, it could be decent,
Nah.
especially with first strike.
Nah. I'm just gonna keep shooting you down here.
Aw.
Nah.
It's just bad. It's just bad.
Like, he'll be good. He won't be good.
He won't be.
I'll use him at some point.
Well, in terms of Dragon Emperor things that we've seen so far, there was obviously the slight tease of something that might not be real. It could just be a really good elaborate fake, or it just could be just a total hoax where there was this slight glimpse of a card, and a couple of cards before they got taken down anyway, of potentially the black and white ruler for Return of the Dragon Emperor, which is apparently 3 sides and whatnot. So what do you guys think of the potentially a 3-sided ruler card?
Triangle.
A triangle.
Yeah.
Illuminati confirmed.
I'm personally not a big fan.
Yeah. I don't
But this might just be coming from a perspective where I have taught a good number of people how to play the game, and the number one thing is, and fortunately we don't have it too much with Force, is there's nothing worse than trying to teach someone a game that just has a mechanic that is contradictory to the way the game is played, and that's what this 3-sided ruler is. Like you go into this.
Gods of Force of Will, please be merciful upon us.
Yeah,
For
the first.
real, I think it's really gimmicky, and that's not competitive. That's not particularly good in a competitive sense, but it is interesting from a game perspective.
Yeah,
So
I just don't want one asshole who's 3-sided. So prepare for that.
I don't like the idea of it, but once I see the card, if it does come out, then I might like it.
I just think it would be quite a pain.
I just don't
to
wanna
sleeve.
ha-
in third side, you've basically won the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, once he's flipped for the second time, you win. But I think the most overlooked thing about him is that getting sleeves for him is
Yeah.
going to be a huge pain in the dick.
I think if you're like playing the game long enough to get to the point where you get to judgment in the second time, that was terrible.
Control might not be terrible next set.
No, that's
It depends what's in the. It depends what you're coming up against. Like that's what we'll go into this later. but
Before you start
yeah.
all this, control's still a top deck. No matter what way you look at it, Josh.
No, I think control's that bad. I don't think control's that bad, but it's Josh.
I'm not saying control.
Josh, we'll let you do it later. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not saying control's bad. I don't want to get that across. I don't want people sitting here thinking I think.
That's the impression getting, Josh.
That's exactly what you said to me on
That
Tuesday.
is actually exactly what I said. I can tell a lot of people control's bad. I won't hate it anymore. Control's bad. You'll find out why later. Stay tuned, folks.
Stay tuned. So, with that in mind, we all agree it's probably pretty gimmicky kind of ruler, and we would, if it's actually real, we probably wouldn't play it ever in our entire lives.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, gimmicky is fun. I mean, yeah,
I
just
played
playing,
Crystal
like,
Beast and Yu-Gi-Oh. That was
just play like casual, playing casual games, like, but I just don't think it's gonna be competitive. That's like a different thing.
Yeah.
But that also depends on the card when it comes out. It could end up being like stupid good.
Yeah.
I also think that if, like, potentially it is a real thing or whatever, it's a blooming triple-sided ruler, wouldn't it be, like, fairly obvious it would be in a pack? Because surely that would just, like, make the pack thicker. Or you would make it, it would feel, like, even more obvious that it's in there, because it's just, like, you know, it's extra cardboard inside there.
I mean, another card game's got away with it, so it might work.
Well, if they just like bump a card out, so like, what is it? Usually 10 cards of the booster pack.
Yeah,
So
they could just up it.
2 slots.
They can bump your stone, like in most packs, with a stone or a token, so they can get around it.
Suppose.
But I was under the impression it was actually a like a foldable card, like it had.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Exactly like
it.
Duel Masters.
So I don't know how that actually fits in a pack. Like, forget it being 2 cards. Like, how does this actually work? Like, that's a big fat card. Like, it won't fit in sleeves. It will be awkward in packs. It'll have a big bend line down it.
Oh, just get like a subway pass or something.
It would probably be easily rippable as well if it's got a fold and you're
that's
folding it
my
back and
thing
forth.
about it.
Yeah, like, imagine pulling an Uber of that. It's already in not mint condition because it's got this huge ugly bend down the middle of it.
Oh dear. So maybe not potentially meta, but maybe for casual. If it is actually real, I mean, it did come with art of a stone potentially for it, so I feel like that kind of validates it a little bit more. But you know, you never know. People can just fake. Yeah, there was also like a stone that came with it, and it looked like something like I can't quite remember what it looked like exactly, but I feel like I seen it on like the front of a T-shirt somewhere because it looked that kind of edginess.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The ability is fairly, like, it lines up with the fake ruler as well. Like, it does all seem to come together. So even if it is fake, whoever fake designed it does have an idea about game design at least.
Like, if you play the game enough, you'll be able to come up with some sort of concept for a ruler.
Yeah.
And a stone that would go with it. It wouldn't be too hard.
Suppose. But if it is a fake, then it is a bloomin' good fake, and that artwork was kind of nice. But I guess we'll just need to wait and see till it gets confirmed, because you know we'll know probably by next week, because we're recording this the week before it
It's out
drops.
next week, isn't it?
Yep, it's out when we're at the
We'll
GP.
We'll know by the weekend. Once pre-release hits, they usually spoil it all.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the pre-release that
So
we
we don't get
sadly don't
pre-release.
have.
Well,
I know,
also,
right?
There's the quest clear stuff, right? So surely we'll have all the cards after that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I was meaning more in official capacity, but yeah, by the end of the weekend, like, the player base will know every card.
Most likely, yeah. So we look forward to that, and obviously the official set doesn't actually drop till we are at the Manchester GP, which I guess I'll quickly segue into, because we are obviously all travelling down together. We're going to Manchester to compete in the UK's first GP. Pretty hype and everything like that. So since we don't want to like full out blow out tell you what we're running in case, you know, people are listening and they're gonna try and like counter or whatever, and obviously people don't want to just tell their deck idea straight away. How are you guys feeling about what you've currently built, or what you're planning to build, or how it's actually going down for you guys preparing for this?
I'll say terribly. I still don't know what I'm playing.
So you're in the
I
same
know
boat as
what
me.
I know
I
what
have no
I'm
idea what I'm
playing.
playing. I keep changing my deck. It's terrible.
I have 2 options, and I've not finished either options. to be honest. So, like, I have a finished build of both. One I really don't like, and the other one is fine.
Just
Need to
fine.
change it a bit. Yeah, I'm still planning on changing it. I've just not added in the cards I want to yet.
I think the only one who's actually comfortable with what they are potentially playing is Josh.
Oh no, don't phrase it that way. But yeah, I'm not confirming anything, but my deck's pretty good.
Oh.
Modest.
That was being modest, Jason. Let's be honest. We all saw it.
Oh.
My Vlad promo sitting in front of me right now seems
left.
that you all saw it.
I left before I've seen it properly.
Oh yeah, it was so pretty. It'll
I've only
match the
seen
one
you
I
play
win next week as well.
I only seen you play Liam, and that.
You shouldn't be allowed to win next week because then you'll have two. You need to give someone else the chance to get a Vlad promo. Come on.
Oh no,
I'll play
don't
the
worry.
tournament
I am.
next week. I'm doing the tournament next week. Don't worry.
I'm benevolent, Caitlin. I will hand it off to someone
Oof.
I deem worth.
Josh, I'll just take it. I'm playing next week.
Oh ho, so you think? Wyber Turbo, the deck I specifically built this to have a really good matchup against. Oh no.
Oh no, what if I don't bring Wyber Turbo?
Then you'll lose anyway, because that means you're bringing something subpar.
That's true.
Probably means you're bringing
Sunfire,
control.
Sunfire.
Caster Rush.
Oh. I beat Hasta Rush though.
Barely.
That was the old...
But that was a new
Barely.
guy playing it.
It was the new guy playing it.
And
Right,
he didn't have you.
he's been established into the group now. He got
Yes.
crushed.
Well, to be fair, he got to
To be
second
fair, that's
place with a starter deck that he'd slightly modded, which is pretty good for his first ever tournament. So give him props.
To be fair.
It
To be
was pretty
fair,
well modded. Like I don't want to take away from everyone else who was at the tournament. Like that was pretty much a full list.
That was pretty much the deck that I had built minus Guinevere's.
Yeah.
I let him borrow the majority of it.
Like he had most of there. Like he wasn't coming in with goats. Even though I do think he had goats in his deck.
Because
still.
he didn't have Guinevere's, he had goats, yeah. And I think he had 2 Rook, which isn't exactly ideal for a red deck.
I would cut the 2 Rook. I don't like it. I think it's too slow.
I think it's good with Gwyn. You can't.
It is
fault
good with Gwen, but with Gwen sacking her to herself, I feel draws you enough anyway.
But you get a search, which means you can search out whatever piece you think you need at the time.
You can. That is also true.
Mm-hmm.
So it's considerably better to sack the Rook Egg. Plus, Rook Egg kind of irritates people when they try and attack you and you've got it sitting there. He's like, I will block you and search out whatever I want.
Anyone else pitching in? What do they feel like? Do they feel like they've got a lot of changes to make, or are they any kind of metas that we're trying to consider? Because obviously, we've got. I think we've got now quite a varied meta, so it's not like we're going to expect to see exactly the same stuff, because obviously things will change and whatnot. But we do have an idea of what will probably show up.
Yeah. I've got some changes I want to do to mine, but I don't know what I want to do yet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel about Arla Stone aggro.
So you don't know like how you feel about playing it, or just like coming against it.
Yeah, coming against it. I've not played that enough. I've never played it with the deck that I'm using now.
Oh well, then
It's-
maybe next week you can test it against
yeah.
mine.
It basically just plays like it's a control deck more than anything else. Like it just gets to the situation where it can attack you with a stone, and that's it. Like all you need to do is be prepared to block and or just like delete the stone as soon as it becomes active, and you've got a really good chance against it.
Yeah.
Wait, see
I
if
think I would if I
because it comes in, can you bear magic it? Yeah.
yeah
If it's just stone. Yeah. Right, okay.
yeah
Well, not if it's got barrier.
Ah, yeah. But
yeah. So bear magic the Grubalista and then bear magic the stone.
yeah, because it's remnant. You bear magic
Yeah.
one and bear magic the other.
Like if I was to put it in like a tier, like if we were to rank the decks, I'd say it's a tier 2 meta deck. So it still does stand a chance, but it's one of those ones I don't hold in high favor.
Where
And I say this knowing that it took 4 of the top 16 spots in Atlanta.
where will you put Val 3 in your tiers, Josh?
Val 3 is top tier, like it is tier 1.
Is
Fuck,
tier
control
1 just
trash.
all the different vals?
No, Guiber.
Whoa, no, Val 2 I'd say is tier 2.
Yeah, Val.
I don't have too much respect for the tier for the Val 2. I think just people don't know how to play against it, so then they lose because they just didn't prepare for it.
Heavenly Gust.
Yeah.
Play it. Game.
Heavenly Gust Moonbeam done.
Yeah.
It's probably not as simple as that, but that's like
If
a
you
good
run a Death Scythe as well, it makes it quite simple because it loses imperishable. in
Yeah,
seconds.
that's
And then it comes in and you Moonbeam it. It's gone. Not a problem. Although you have to be running black to do that, which can be an issue.
Which most decks are though. Like Val 2, Val 3
Yeah.
is running black.
Yeah.
you've still got Fox kicking her out. You've still got some Lumia kicking about. That if they turbo into Hook, Val 2 just falls too far behind.
You've got Feasting as well.
Why is Fox? Yeah, true.
Feasting, Wyvern turbo.
Why is Fox still kicking about?
It's the whole like if it's starting to lose favour, people stop running the counters, and then it gets better because people aren't running the counters.
Yeah.
I think
So you'll always see Fox. People are just going to bet on Fox.
I think it's actually really interesting. Like, what I was thinking about earlier was like Feasting and Fox are actually surprisingly similar, like decks and like their goals and what they're trying to achieve. Like,
Yeah.
they're both like make 2 guys, and they're both trying to do things like really fast, and they both make like 12-12 flyers. But like the only difference is like the Fox's 12-12 flyer does more. So like the power level of Fox is technically like higher, but one of the good things about Feasting is it doesn't really care about Abdo or Prison. So like I don't know, it's like there's a weird like dynamic there, I think.
Yeah.
But
it also
yeah,
doesn't need like Fox needing the killing stones, despite looking like a small trivial thing, actually turns out to be huge, which is where
I played Fox in one of the tournaments a while ago, and when you don't get a killing stone, it's horrible.
Yeah. But like I don't know, is that not why they run like Blessings of Yig? So
Yeah, but you also need to draw into the blessings. Like it's not
okay,
that
right.
simple.
I suppose so.
Yeah.
Like I
yeah.
like Fox, but I wouldn't play it if I'm trying to play seriously. Not right now, anyway.
The other thing about Fox is like the mirror match just seems like really bad. It just seems like horrible.
Yeah,
seems like it would take forever.
Yeah, it's just kind of
Like,
like it's like kind of horrible.
whoever makes a Chimera Fox, then you just bring in Amit and eat it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But then you are a few stones behind. Like I think it's an interesting match, but it's not one I want to play.
It would be fun to play, I think, but it would also be too much thinking for me. It would just like after a while, I'd like
It's like going up against the control mirror match. It's like you're both overthinking it because you're just like, do they have a Scorn? Do they have Nameless Mist? Do they have Black Moonbeam? They're just like, you're trying to like outwit each other with a mirror match. It's just like who's going to cast what first? Who's going to get the first Scorn? Who's going to get the first Moonbeam? You're just waiting for it.
That's really interesting that you bring up the control mirror match.
Oh. Do tell us, Josh, your
That's really
feelings
interesting to
about
bring up.
control.
Not yet. We'll save it for the end.
Are you sure?
Well, I mean, it's relevant in the fact we're discussing the meta right now.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Go, Josh.
Go, Josh.
That-
Fire away.
Okay, so here's how we'll do it. So basically, I have this theory that even though control is placing super high right now, like don't get me wrong, I'm not saying control are bad decks.
That's exactly
I'm saying
what
that was me. That was the TLDR version. Is don't play control. But the actual like theory behind why I wouldn't play control is because of the sheer number of people playing control. If you look at a lot of the results from GPs, the group that is the 9th to 16th place, ergo the first, like you could say the first losers because they didn't make it into top 8, but they just didn't make it. A lot of them are sitting with 1, 2, or even 3 draws because you're going into matches with a control deck against another control deck, and those matches can just become so grindy that you're only getting 1, maybe 2 rounds finished.
Yeah.
And if you're coming out with 0-0 or 1-1, you're only netting yourself 1 point. So you're actually not catapulting yourself towards the top 8. So my theory is that I'm playing a deck that I feel is fast enough to get under control, but it has longevity to give me a fair chance if control manages to grind me out. And my logic behind that is even though I have a higher chance of losing games, so getting 0 points, I have a higher chance of getting 3 points for winning a game. And all of you that can do simple math know that if I play 1 game and win and get 3 points, and you play 3 games and draw all 3, that's still only 3 points. So in my opinion, I would rather go 2-1 than draw 3 games, because now I'm at 6 points and you're only at 3.
So how do draws work in Force of Will? Just to clarify. How does the time procedure work in Force of Will?
So when you hit time, you get the 3 additional turns.
Right.
And so hopefully someone can win during that. If not, you look at it as if someone already has a game win. So if someone's 1-0, they immediately win.
Right.
But then if it's 1-1, that's a draw, and so you're getting the 1 point.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
I think your theory is pretty sound, honestly. But the only thing I'll say, like playing in like competitive tournaments in other games, what I will say is that people just generally play slow anyway. So going to time is always going to be a thing. Like I don't think it matters like that much how grounded you are. Like people just play slow. People like think for ages. That's just the thing.
When you're playing control, especially in a mirror match with control, that'll
Yeah.
extend it even further.
Yeah,
Because
I
control
appreciate
gets
that. But
lost.
Because you're
Yeah, I appreciate
overthinking everything you're doing.
like you're always like going to time is like relevant regardless of whatever deck you're playing. Like
Yeah,
it's gonna happen, and like you like depending on how slow your opponent plays, like you might be on 1-1.
Yeah, true. Right, Liam,
So
you play
I don't know.
control.
Like I see what you're saying, and I appreciate it, but I still think like it's
Oh, no,
still
I get your-
no match. I wouldn't. That doesn't particularly put me off playing control.
Like
personally.
time is always going to be an issue no matter what deck you're playing.
Yeah.
Because
That's
even
what
if
I
you're aggro against aggro, it can get to a point where you are both just out of steam completely, and you just sit there drawing a card.
Yeah, it can do, and yeah. So maybe I should have like we actually talked about it before we started recording, but when Jason brought up that control isn't favored in Yu-Gi-Oh because some of the cards, trap control in Yu-Gi-Oh isn't favored because traps don't win you the game; they just stop your opponent. So that's what I'm sort of hinting at. Like I would rather fill my deck with cards that win me the game rather than cards that stop my opponent. That's basically the whole mentality behind this.
I
I
agree with
get
that, but also there's cards in the game. So like say you have a control card, but it also has attack points, then that card essentially fills both roles, and that's why stealth is such a strong mechanic, such a strong engine, and that's still like a control deck.
Like the one thing about like time either way is like one of the tournaments that we played, it was ages ago, it was me and Josh. We were both playing like kind of aggro decks, and it just got to the point where you're just top decking, just like waiting to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking for like one card. It can happen no matter what you're playing. But I'd still rather play an aggressive deck over a control deck. Right
Sure.
now, at least.
I think that's like clear preference as well.
Yeah,
though.
it
Like,
can
Yeah,
come
yeah,
down to like
definitely.
total
It
preference.
can
Like,
come down to clear preference in that sense.
Like I
Yeah.
kind of like playing control, but I don't like playing it in a competitive sense because you think way too much when you play control.
Yeah.
But I do. Like I'm sitting there like, if I have like a Scorn and a Nameless in my hand and I know what the other person's playing, I will sit and think about what one of those two I play on like turn one. And that bothers me because I should just be like, right, cool, Scorn, look for your Charlotte and get it gone. Like, but then you're like, but I could like get rid of their Scorn and save my Charlotte sort of thing. And it annoys me. It's just too much thinking.
Yeah.
To play competitively.
what do you think about the control mechanic then, Liam? Do you think it's a bit of a bother? Do you think it's something that you prefer to play?
I like playing control. I do think that you end up thinking too much, which makes games go longer than they really should. But I don't play control that often.
No.
Is the
Like,
problem.
when me and Cammy were playing, he was playing his black deck. I'm not going to say the ruler because he's not here and he might get upset
You might get
Yeah.
upset if we name names.
if we talk about the deck. But like, it was when I was playing Val. It was like 2 weeks ago maybe.
Yeah.
And the games were taking a while, and he wasn't playing like necessarily control, but his was control-ish, and even just that takes a while. And it was just casually playing as well. And it was like it got to the point where like you're like 20 minutes into the game, and I'm like, I don't really care anymore.
Yeah, like, did we not really have a, I'm pretty sure I remember that we had, like, a match that went on for nearly, like, 40 odd minutes, whatever, because I was running Yogg, and I was refusing to flip because I knew you had Black Moonbeam, and I was just stalling you out with, oh, I'm going to gain so much life, and oh, I'm going to cast this spell, I'm going to get rid of your hand, I'm not going to flip the Yogg, and you're just like, flip it, just flip it, and you were waiting for me to play Regalia because I knew you had Heavenly Gust, so the game just went on, and on, and on, and we went for not doing anything for many, many turns until like, we had to start discarding things from our hand because the hand limit was getting too much. So
Yeah, it was my zero stealth, I think, wasn't it?
Yes,
And
it
I was
was.
just like, sitting and waiting for ages,
Yeah.
and it just gets to the point where you're like, right, fine, I'm just going gonna flip it. I don't care anymore.
I don't care anymore.
Like it wasn't even like a competitive game as well.
No,
It was, like,
we were
40
just
minutes.
doing it for fun, but it just lasted so long because neither of us were going to flip, neither of us were going to play anything because we knew what the other had, and it was just getting ridiculous to a point.
See, that's one ruler I'm kind of worried about for the GP, Zero.
0.
Because you don't see her that much, but she's good.
Yeah.
And like the one thing that I hate is that she doesn't take battle damage. That bothers me so much. Like, because it's something I'll forget about, and I'll be like, "Oh, attack into her and kill her."
I'm not going to lie, say I may have done that like on Tuesday.
It's like it's something I know I'll do when I'm sitting there. I'll just be like, "Yeah, I'll attack into Zero. I can kill Zero." It's like 12, 12, and 11, 11, whatever.
Mhm.
And it's like, "Oh, she takes no battle damage. I've just wasted that."
Yep.
Kinda not looking forward to seeing Zero.
I mean,
But, you know,
depending obviously on what we all end up like taking down to the GP, 0 might not be too much of a one because you're looking at the kind of the deck list or whatever for past couple of GPs. I've not really seen her. Like I've not seen her at least in the top ranking of rulers played or whatever. Like she is instantly good, but she just doesn't seem to be played too often, is what I feel like. Because maybe just because people don't really know what to do with her, because she is so good and you could do a lot of things with her, but it's just like actually deciding on something is a bit difficult if you're not going for total control.
I
yeah,
think
actually getting it to work.
I think the issue with Zero is that she's like she's quite a vanilla card. Like she's a good card, but she doesn't fall into any archetype. So
Yeah.
then people are like, oh, I'll build Zero like stealth, but then you might as well play another ruler that's a bit more stealth orientated, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Like she doesn't have an archetype, but when you go to put her in an archetype, there's a better ruler for that archetype.
Yeah.
So she
I
just
don't know. I don't
she's
know that.
it's interesting. Like I really am interested by the way Zero just sort of exists at the moment.
I'd say Zero's maybe one of the better stealth rulers though.
Oh yeah, access to magic. Alice Zero's
Magic.
Light.
yeah, that's the one.
But or effect that's like gets rid of all keywords effectively.
Yeah, that's really strong as well.
That's, especially if it's against a deck that's aggro-ish and you've got Zero, they can't really do much,
Mm-hmm.
which is really good.
Yeah, talk about Zero. I think like it was either Georgia or Atlanta. There was like 7, I think, in the statistics. And if I recall, like I think the Valve 3.0 decks that topped Venice, they were playing her in the side. So I think
Yeah.
I don't know. There's that.
I've
in
seen
terms
a
of
lot of
those
sides.
play.
A lot of side Zeros I've seen
Yeah,
as well. Yeah, see, because like you can't really fault it. Like what Josh said, it doesn't fit into any category specifically, but you can't really fault it in any category either. It's like
yeah.
it's good at pretty much anything you want it to do.
Mm-hmm. So with that in mind,
Plus it's Zero. So
yeah, plus it's 0. With that in mind, any last thoughts that you guys want to drop or whatever? I will be vlogging and whatever for the GP and everything, so they'll probably once it's all happened and whatnot, then the video will be go up. But before we head down and everything like that, do you have any last minute thoughts that you want to get out before we wrap up or whatever? Anything that you want to get off your chest? Confess anything? You made a faux pas. You put a water transformation magic in your stone deck. Come on, now's the time
Guys,
to fess up.
A really funny story about Josh.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
So we'll have a chat, and we were discussing what bag we should bring and how big a bag we need.
Oh, this one.
And John said, I want to bring down a TV and a Switch, Nintendo Switch, so I will need a really big bag. And it took us a minute, and we were like, why do you need a TV and a Switch? Just use the Switch.
Just take the Switch.
It was the best. It was so funny.
Oh no.
It's good.
That humanized us a bit, maybe.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, I really need to finish.
Do you have
this
any
deck.
thoughts on that, Josh?
Upon reading deeper into the way the Switch functions, it would seem that a TV is actually worse than just using the Switch on its own.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah. What I've heard is that you want to be using it in handheld.
But I thought you were really excited about the Switch, so you should have known this already.
Well, no one's really had their hands on it until the last couple days, so.
Well, I think reviewers have had it for a week, but this is not about Force Will.
No, it's about Josh
Whoa.
wanting
This
to
is
bring
more
in expensive
important.
equipment
This is
to
Josh.
hostel in Manchester.
They could port Force of Will to the Switch somehow.
I suppose so. I
Get
suppose
the
so.
battle simulator on there.
The first thing to fix the battle simulator before they put it on anything.
Yeah.
Topical. But then also I was thinking how I felt like I was being such a girl when I was asking, what kind of bags are you guys taking and everything? And you were all just like backpacks. And I was like, oh, I'm
Irrelevant question.
I'm
I
asking
don't-
the wrong people. Oh.
I'm probably gonna take a big gym bag if I'm perfectly honest. Like, I want that space because you know, we're getting booster boxes while we're down there, so you know,
I'd take, like,
need all of that space.
Yeah, max. I'll take two bags. It's like one big one with clothes and stuff, and the other one with dirty card game things.
Dirty card game things.
Yeah.
Remember to pack your pajamas, guys. I'm just going to be the mother here. Pack your pajamas. Don't forget your toothbrush. You bring your brush to brush your hair and everything like that. We need to be presentable so we don't turn up and look like filthy Scots trying to play a card.
Scottish money.
Also, Scottish money dilemma.
Let's go Scottish money.
This way, we
Jason, you're
decided
bringing Scottish money with you.
to take a stand and bring our filthy Scottish notes to the.
That filthy Scottish.
Argue every time that this is legal tender.
Yeah.
It's like this is just bring our disgusting Scottish money with us. It's like here, take it.
Hmm. They can take our solidarity, but they will never take our filthy legal tender.
Exactly. Independence.
Oh no, we're not starting that.
For our money.
Yeah,
Not
that's
for our
kind of
money.
worms.
Nothing else, just the money.
And our card games.
Just the money. No, because like it's not like we get pre-releases or anything anyway.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter.
Well,
what
to be
we
fair,
are.
I think this is like the first pre-release we haven't had, and for a while we've had our pre-releases like, for a while at least.
Also, to be fair, it's not necessarily like it's more just distributors' faults. Josh, I blame Josh.
Hashtag blame Josh.
Yes, blame the person who's not a distributor. That's
Yes.
exactly what you did. Has nothing to do with me.
Blame the guy who went into total rage at the thought of us not actually getting bin golf in time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was funny that day. As soon as I
will.
went to bring it up to you, you were just like, nah. Nah.
Just
'Cause that was more because I knew you'd go, this is your fault, and I was not in the mood for you to say it was my fault.
it's like everyone turns up on the day to pick up their bin golf, and you just see Josh like sitting angrily at a table or not, and everyone just goes, bin golf didn't come in, didn't it? No, it's like nope. So maybe don't talk to Josh about it. It's like yep, don't talk to Josh about it.
I didn't even get my Van Golf.
Hey, you gave up your bin golf. This is on you.
You gave up your bin golf rights
Yeah, that's
for the
fine.
greater good.
I gave up my second bin golf box. I'll have you know. So
Uh-huh.
we're all
Unfortunate.
victims. We're all victims here.
Oh man, you couldn't get a
To be fair,
playset.
did we not get less than we were supposed to get?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
we did.
thought
Even for our small player base, we still didn't get enough.
there's like 10 of us.
Not
Not
even-
even 10 of us.
well-
wanted. Yeah, exactly. Oh, if you count people who don't turn up that much. Like, I forget the person. There's like 2 people, I'm not going to say their names, who like turned up like once or twice and just vanished.
They're scared of our banter, that's why.
I'm still blaming Liam. Because the
Why?
one guy came in and then me and Liam played him. I think we played like 3 games off him and he's never came back.
Oh yeah. I'll accept it.
So
Maybe our fault.
accept responsibility
It
for
was
us
only
not
us-
getting any new
it was only
players.
us 2 in. Oh no, Josh was in, but he just wasn't. He was playing other card games. The
I
trailer.
can't even remember what I was doing.
I think you're playing Magic with like Unipals or something.
That makes sense. That sounds like something I would have done.
Pretending you don't know us.
Yeah. Now it's the other way around. I pretended to know these filthy Magic players.
Well, I think this is all we have time for this episode, guys. So thank you to Jason, Josh, Liam, and Chris for joining me in this episode. Hopefully we can do this again sometime and rage against other things. Probably rage against what we ended up standing or whatever in the GP or whatever. That'll be a
How bad we all done.
how bad.
Oh, I tell you, see when Bengal 4 doesn't show up, oh, you'll be hearing it.
We'll have a whale of a time talking about
See
that.
when Dragon Emperors doesn't show up, Josh.
Oh, I'll go to the King of Will's palace myself.
We will be there. We will raid the store and just like take it back with us to Scotland. Be like, you can't stop us now.
Throw our dirty Scottish money at them.
Exactly. It's all ours now. But thank you guys for joining me for this podcast, and thank you guys for listening. Be sure to check us out if we ever decide to do this again. Probably maybe in the next like 2 weeks or something like that, if we can organize each other again. So until next time, guys, we will see you all later.